Welcome back to the Mixer stage, right in the heart of E3. We've got a special treat just for you.
That's right. I'm Malik Prince.
And I'm Ethan Rothamel.
And this is the show that helps you get the most out of your gaming experience.
That's right. We'll give you tips on the latest features and tricks on tackling the newest games.
No matter where you play.
Ooh. Welcome to our special E3 episode where we're going to jump straight into talking about upcoming release Metro Exodus.
Absolutely. Please welcome executive producer of 4A Games, John Block. How's it going, John?
John.
Oh, man.
Good to see you.
So good to meet you, man. I'm so excited for your game. How does it feel to be able to share gameplay in this trailer at E3?
Oh, it's really awesome. I mean, last year we came out with the announced trailer at E3, and it was just an explosive reaction. It was really, really awesome to see. The reaction for fans was awesome to be able to finally talk about what we've been working on for the past nearly 5 years. This year coming out with gameplay showing that the game really does look like that.
Yeah.
Just showing off all the really hard work from the studio. It feels really great.
That's awesome.
And you announced a release date. That's February 22nd, 2019.
Yep.
That's exciting, right?
Yeah.
So did all of you developers and publishers conspire to release your games at the same time? 'Cause I feel like you guys are taking a beating on my wallet. My wallet is going to be rough. How's the competition? Does it fuel you to be better?
Yeah, I mean, it usually does, but I think that, we're taking a look at this time as the maximum amount of time that we can spend to polish this game. We really want to make this as good as we possibly can.
Yeah.
We really want our fans to feel like this has been time well spent.
Yeah.
That when they open up their game case or they get that little 100% on the download on February 22nd, that they really feel like we gave this game the amount of time that it really deserved.
Well, I gotta say, there's like two things you guys do amazing, and it's like one, graphics. Like all three games have just been absolutely stunning, and two, master storytelling. I'm curious, like how does Exodus align with the other stories in the games, the prior games?
So Metro 2033, the first one, was based pretty much directly on the book of the same name. It was the first book in the series written by Dmitry Glukhovsky. And Metro Last Light was kind of a departure from his books, but it was still written along with him. We collaborate with him on all of these stories.
Oh, very cool.
Then Metro 2035, his third book, leads into the story of Metro Exodus. So it's kind of like a precursor to this story. So if players have read Metro 2035 as well, then when they sit down to play Metro Exodus, the story should kind of continue up from there.
Nice. And we're seeing some gameplay here. So let's walk through that story. Tell us what we're going to be experiencing story-wise in Metro Exodus. So
the past two Metro games have taken place pretty much entirely in the Metro system. There's been a bit of above ground, and it's all taken place within the Moscow city area. Yeah. And now in Metro Exodus, we're going to get to see a lot more of what the world looks like outside of Moscow. Like everything up until this point, all we've known, all the player Artyom has known, is that nobody else survived. The entire world has blown up, and there's nothing else out there. But he's always had the suspicions that something else is out there, and these suspicions finally, come to, he finally gets them validated, and he gets to actually go out and explore the world, see what's out there. This journey that the player is going to embark on in Metro Exodus takes place over the course of a year. You'll see all 4 seasons. You'll see all different types of environments, all these locations. There's a whole lot more content for players to explore this time around. The game is many times bigger than anything we've ever done before.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
4 seasons, all 4 seasons.
All 4, that's right. There are 4 seasons, Ethan. Good job.
Okay, shut up. Whatever. I don't want to hear it. Now, what could you give us a word that you would describe the tone of the game?
That one's kind of hard. So, like in the past, I would definitely have said bleak. Definitely bleak.
Yeah.
But in this one, there's maybe a little bit of an air of hope that's kind of mixed in there as well. I mean, with this realization that there's something else out there, maybe there's something better. Maybe there's somewhere that we can get to that's going to be better than what we've known. Than living underground for nearly 20 years of his life.
It's been a long time.
And I imagine being outside helps with that tone, helps deliver new kinds of experiences and how the player should feel.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's obviously the sun is out, and in this environment we're showing off, it's spring, so the snow is melting. There's a little bit more color. Yeah. Previous games have all been gray. Yeah. There's been snow, been cold, been dark. But at the same time, the world is still dangerous. It's still the wilderness. In some ways, it's maybe even more dangerous because there's not necessarily going to be established societies out there. There's, in this environment we're showing off, there's a cult of people that fear technology. They think that technology and electricity has brought down the world. So they're kind of fearful of anyone that's going to come into their territory, and they're fearful of any gear and gadgets and technology, of course, something that the player is equipped with loads of.
Yeah, of course.
I'm fearful of technology too.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got this job. Anyway, so Artyom, tell us about Artyom and how he's changed from the previous titles.
So in the previous titles, the game stories have kind of focused on his journey kind of alone, and the characters around him have been definitely supporting characters, but the journey has always been like Artyom doing something alone out there, and you always get that feeling of being really alone. This time, through the entire journey, you're going to have the train, the Aurora, and it's going to carry you through, across the continent. And on that train is going to be your team of Spartans and some other survivors that you might pick up along the way. And so there's a lot more side characters for the player to interact with and explore. A lot more story, a lot more story content. There's the main story thread that's going to carry the player through everything, but then there's all this side content as well that the player is going to be able to absorb, and a lot of extra story this time. I think our script is something like it's double the size of Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light and all the DLC combined.
Oh my God!
So there's a lot more narrative and a lot more story for the players to absorb this time around.
I'm a big story fan, so that makes me really happy.
That's awesome.
I love narrative, yeah.
So we've covered story and something we said you guys do really well. Let's talk about the graphics, because obviously I saw your trailer and I wept like so many of us. It was so beautiful.
I was sitting next to him. It's true.
Yeah. Can you talk about the graphics a little bit?
Well, what you're seeing is our proprietary engine, the 4A engine. It's something we've been developing since the days of Metro 2033. It's been our in-house engine this entire time, and every year we try to upgrade it and really push it, push what it can do, and like what we're able to show off. We try to be at least at the cutting edge of visual standards in the industry, if not, ideally above that.
Yeah.
And we've spent a lot of time and energy to make sure that we're, pushing there. And also, our engine is, from the core, it's cross-platform. There isn't a single platform that's going to be, like a port or something. We basically try to make sure that every that the engine is taking advantage of the strengths of every platform in the best way possible. So, regardless of platform you purchase it on, it's going to look amazing.
That's
awesome. To hear. So obviously graphics and great story, they're meant to work together to immerse you inside of a world. So with all the other first-person shooters out there, is this what Metro is using to sort of set itself apart in that sense?
I think a lot of the attention to detail and the desire to make things feel real is something that's really important to us at 4A. A lot of time and energy is spent making sure that everything makes sense and is grounded in reality. Yeah. From even the idea of very minimal HUD wherever possible, physicalizing a lot of that information. You can see how many bullets are in your gun. You have the watch that tells you exactly how much time is left in your gas mask.
Yeah, and
filters.
They just showed a little bit of that, as well as the customization. Yeah. Can we talk about that a little bit? It looks deep. I mean, it looks very deep.
Yeah, so we've completely rebuilt the weapon system from the ground up this time. You used to be able to go to a trader somewhere and trade for kind of a pre-configured modification to a weapon or an upgrade. This time around, all weapons have 5 hard points. It's all modular system, so you can replace things like barrels, stocks, magazines. You can add attachments, things like that. So you can completely customize a weapon to however you want to play, and you can do that in the field. What we showed right there was a workbench, and those are kind of established safe zones where you can go and you can do everything that you need to do to a weapon in your gear. You can craft supplies like med kits, filters. You can clean your weapons, which you have to do this time
that's
to
cool.
maintain them. Otherwise, they break down a lot more often. But in the field, you'll have your backpack, and you'll be able to do a limited set of all that as well. And so if you're about to approach a bandit camp or a facility, something like that, and you want to take a more stealthy approach, you can swap in a silencer, you can put on a red dot sight, something like that. And then once you clear that out, if the next area you're going to look at, you can, you want to approach it from afar, you can attach a long barrel and a scope, something. It really allows players to kind of approach things the way they really want to play, and also it allows them to adapt on the fly.
Yeah, I like that.
So what about people who are looking to jump into the game for the first time? So say I haven't played any of the Metro games before. What do you want them to know? What are the important things to know going into Metro Exodus?
Metro is a story-driven game. Narrative is really important. It's survival is really key to the kind of idea of what it's like to be in this world. Immersiveness is really important. We want players to step into the shoes of Artyom and become Artyom and really determine what kind of person Artyom is. The player actions, player choices, things like that will define who Artyom is over the course of the story, and it's something that's been really core to the series. And so if players want to come in and really absorb a really rich environment, a really rich story, rich narrative, and a rich world, then this is going to be the perfect opportunity for them.
That's super exciting. I am hyped.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the games are based on Dmitry Glukhovsky's book series. How true to the novels is the game going to be?
So the first one was very true to the first book, Metro 2033. The second book that Dmitry wrote, Metro 2034, was about different characters, and the format was a little bit different from what we would need in order to make a game. So mutually we discussed with him making a new story. So Metro Last Light was a new creation that we collaborated on. Yep. This story was kind of, we kind of did something similar again, where we discussed a new story with him. We discussed where we want to take the franchise from the game perspective and where he wants to take it from the book perspective. And we had an opportunity to then kind of work on two separate pieces of the same overall story. So, Metro 2035, the book, leads into Metro Exodus, the game. So the two of them together kind of like form this next piece of Artyom's story.
That's awesome. Nice. It's truly incredible that you guys collabed with them like that.
I wonder what it's fantastic. I mean, I wonder what that's like collaborating on two different forms of sort of entertainment and to bring it into this immersive and huge game. What is that like?
It's really cool. I mean, it's Dimitri's great to work with. There's a lot of back and forth between our teams. There's ideas that we come up with that he likes or he shoots down. There's ideas that he comes up with that we like or we shoot down. Sure. Sometimes he comes up with these grand ideas that are going to be really, really difficult. Like we're like, that's so awesome, but I don't think we can actually do that in a video game. That's like so crazy. But it's been this really tight-knit collaboration back and forth. Sometimes it's a high-level idea that we get to elaborate on when we go to implement it in the game, and all the way down to he writes a lot of the individual specific dialogue as well. For you overhear some characters talking, and they'll talk for long periods of time. If you want to sit there and like listen to them talk, it's really cool to just kind of like sneak into an area and just, listen to guys at a campfire.
I love that. I think that's awesome.
The world. Well, John, this has been fantastic. I think we're going to go through some trivia.
Yeah. Well, first we're going to let him go because he's got places to be. Malik.
John Block, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So excited for the game. Remember, February 22nd, 2019 is when the game comes out. So be prepared.
Be prepared. Now,
it's time. Oh.
Yeah, we're going to do it. No, go ahead. No.
Ethan.
Malik.
Slow down. I'm kidding. He's my buddy.
All right.
It's time to start warming up your controllers, phones, and personal computers, because get ready. It's time for an interactive quiz powered by Mixplay.
Now, we've got prizes for the top winners, so be sure to answer quickly and accurately.
All right. Here's the question.
Wait. They got 3 seconds. Don't say too early.
Oh, yeah. I don't want them Googling.
You want Googling it, man. Googling it. Come on.
All right. Here we go. Which city does Metro 2033 primarily take place in? Is it Berlin, Chernobyl, Moscow, or Kiev?
Ooh. Now, again, if you weren't paying attention, what were you doing? What were you doing? But these two potted plants up here are going to give you the answer real soon. Time's up, and the answer is Moscow.
See? Moscow. I knew that answer.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, it's because he just mentioned it.
Yeah, well,
literally.
That doesn't mean that I didn't know the answer. Let's move on.
It's fine.
All right, so congrats to everybody who got the question right. Next question. You want to take this one, Ethan?
I got it.
You got it.
Who was the author of the book Metro 2033 that the first game was based on? It's Dmitry Glukhovsky, Tal Bamals, Nikolai Gogol, or Anton Chekhov. I can't believe I pronounced those at all.
I'm so proud of you, Ethan. Good job, man. All right.
It's just truly an honor to be up here on this stage. I mean,
time's up. All right, the correct answer is A, Dmitry Glukhovsky.
Yeah.
Good job.
Which, once again, they collabed so. Wow. He said a lot. They collabed so much together. I think that's really cool and something that's super unique to the Metro series.
Maybe one day we'll make something that somebody will then translate to a video game.
You got to write a book first, or a movie.
Never mind. I give up on that.
Okay.
Anyway, next question. Who is the main protagonist in Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light? Is it Soap, Vlad, Levy, or Artyom?
I think it's Levi.
What did I say?
Levy?
I read that wrong.
That's fine.
Levi?
Levy?
Close enough.
Tomato.
Tomato. All right, the correct answer is D, Artyom. That was an easy one. You guys should have been paying attention.
Yep, you guys actually getting pretty good results in chat. Now, once again, chat, the faster you answer, the more points you get.
That's right.
I am literally holding a burp bag right now. That was the hardest moment of my life.
No. You don't want to explode.
I'm a professional.
All right, Metro. Next question. We're gonna put it up. Metro 2033 was released on many platforms, but which did it not release on? Was it A, Xbox 360, B, Linux, PlayStation 3, or Windows?
Ooh, just a couple seconds left, guys. Get your answers in.
Here we go. 1 second. Time's up. Hope you studied. The correct answer is C, PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3.
Well, now PlayStation owners are going to get to play
Metro.
Metro, yeah.
And honestly, you're going to love it. It is so good. It's so good, you guys.
Good.
All right, now, final question. Is it final? We might have one more. What year did Metro's nuclear war take place? Is it A, 2033, B, 2013, C, 2021, or D, 1975?
Was that C? You went really high for that.
It's because I had Ed in my ear yelling at me. It's like we're doing a show in the studio. It's like nothing changes.
I love you, Ed. All right, here we go. The correct answer was B, 2013.
2013.
So congrats. I hope you guys got those answers right. If not, study harder next time.
We did it though, guys. We didn't have a nuclear war that we beat the story. Yeah, we're past it. We're past it.
So excited. So huge congrats to Heavy LG, the winner with 98 points.
Now next up, what is that? Ganon TV and Little Tad X, who's been at the top of the leaderboards constantly. Yeah. That's interesting. Either they're super smart or very fast with Google.
I think probably both.
Yeah,
why
maybe.
not? Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Maybe. Now we're going to take a quick break here to check in with Realm Royale's Hype Zone live from the Mixer booth here at E3 2018. We'll see you in a little bit.
Let's see it.